Hello everyone. So this is a continuation video of the previous one only. We have already discussed section A of this question paper, CBSE grade 12 computer science question paper. We have already discussed section A and now we are going to discuss section B. Okay, so let us start. 19A first part. Expand the following terms. We have XML. So you know very well XML is extensible markup language. Okay, extensible markup language. Okay, now the second full form is PPP, which is point-to-point protocol, right? Point-to-point protocol. Okay, now we have the second part of this one. Give one difference between the circuit switching and packet switching. So circuit switching, you know, is going to follow a dedicated path, and packet switching is going to divide the complete message into small packets. So there is a difference. Okay, so packet switching is not following a dedicated path, right? Now the B1, define the term web hosting. You know, web hosting is, it will provide you a space where you can upload your content. Okay, now we have the B part. Name any two web browsers. So name any two web browsers. Any of the web browsers, you can mention it here. We have Internet Explorer. We have Internet Explorer, and the second one is Opera. Fine, any of the browser you can mention. As such, you know, a fixed answer is not there for this question. Now we have this one is to find the errors. You have to remove the syntax and the logical errors present in this code. Okay, so syntax and logical errors we have to first find, and then we have to correct it. So here we have first we are declaring a function def, even, odd, and parenthesis, and you know the function declaration is always ending with 2 colon. Okay, so the first mistake is this only. And then for loop I in range 5, which is correct only. Num is equal to int input, enter a number. So that's correct only, but you know very well how many brackets you are opening. You have to close also. So if you are opening 2 brackets, you can see the first one and second one, but we are closing one. So one more. So this is the second one. And you have to find the logical errors also. So you have if num mod divide by 2 equals to 0. But even condition is with modular sign, right? Not with division. So here you have to change it with the modular sign, which will give you the remainder, and remainder should be 0 in case of even number. Okay, well, and then you have the else block and print. So indentation is definitely wrong, you can see. So it should be parallel to the previous print statement. So this should start from here, right? So these are the 4 errors in this question. First one is colon, second one is missing of the closing parenthesis, third one is you need to replace this division with modular sign, and fourth one is the indentation of this print statement of else block. Okay, now the next question is 21A. Write a user defined function in Python named show grades s, which takes the dictionary as an argument. The dictionary S contains name, English, math, science, marks as key value pairs. You know, dictionary is something which will store the values in a form of key values pair. Okay, the first one is key, which will help you to access the values, and the values are here. Key is this, which is equal to index. The function displays the corresponding grade obtained by the students according to the following grading rules. And grading rules are, you can see a tabular format is given here. If the average of English, maths and science marks is greater than equal to 90, then the grade is A. If it is falling in between less than 90 but greater than equals to 60, then grade B, and less than 60, this is grade C. For example, consider the following dictionary. The dictionary is mentioned here, and you need to display the output in this format where the name will come first, which is also a key in dictionary format, and then the grades we are displaying. Okay, so well, I have already written the code for this. So I'm going to open this one. Here it is. Okay, so we have the dictionary first. You could see we have S here. S is equal to, already whatever the values is given in the question, the same I am taking here. It is S is equal to Amit, and this is the list. Okay, so how many values are attached to this key, Amit key? 3 values are attached, and you could see we have this one. So this is the indication for a list. So list will help you to store multiple values, right? Multiple values. So perfect only. So Amit is connected with these 3 values, Nagma with these 3, and David with these 3, right? The output should be Amit, this one. So now they are asking you to create a function. Can you see user defined function? And here we have this one. So we have this one. So show grade. Okay. So we have this one now, def and show grade S. So for I in S, okay, so I in S. So this will help you, you know very well, the for loop will help you to get all the values, okay. So S is the dictionary, and we are taking, you know, you can take any of the sequence here. And then we have to find the average. They are asking you to go for average, right? Average of all these 3 marks, and these 3 marks are written in a form of a dictionary. So well, all the values, how can we fetch the values of a dictionary? S, and then the index you will write it down here. So if the value is 0 and then 1 and then 2, so these are the 3 index of the maths, English marks, maths marks, and science marks. So we have to actually find the sum of this, okay. And in case of list, if you are well aware with all the predefined function, inbuilt functions of the list, inbuilt functions of the list, then you must be aware with sum function. So sum function is one you know, predefined function only, and here you can give the values whose sum you want to calculate. So average is equal to sum of S0, S1 and S2, which will take the sum of 92, 86 and 64 together, and this value we are dividing by 3. You know how can we calculate the average? So average is equal to sum divided by 3, which will give you the average, okay. And now average is calculated here, right? And now if, so condition is if average is greater than equals to 90, then the grade which you have to display, but there is a proper format also which you have to consider. So the proper format is you need to display Amit, and Amit is what? Amit is actually the what? Key value, okay. So how can we fetch the key? So this is the key, this is the key values coming, okay. Values will come with S dot values, okay. So by default it is taking the key values. So I will give you the key, which is Amit will display, and then you have to display its grade. So grade is coming as per the, you know, condition. So grade is A only. So if it is following, if average is greater than equals to 90, then you have to give a hyphen. Hyphen is a character, okay, and character we can display, and closing in single quotes or double quotes. I gave single quote, but you can give double quotes also, no problem. So print I, comma, and in single quote hyphen, comma, capital A. And then we close it. So the same thing, you please check it for the second one. If it is falling in between this condition, less than 90, and is a logical operator, right? And average is greater than equals to 60, then we have to display the key, again I, and in between hyphen, and then the grade is B, right? And then the third one is you don't need to give the condition, right? Because this will work as an else. So else, print, and then again I, which is the key, the third one, and then hyphen, and then C, okay. So this is the answer, the, you know, the final output of this question. If you want to execute it, I will share the Python you know, file also with you in the description, and you can just execute it. But I have already executed, right? So I am skipping this one. Well, we are moving to the next question. Write a user defined function in Python named puzzle w comma n, which takes the argument w as an English word. So this is one string value, right? String data type. And n is obviously a number, n is an integer. It is one integer value. And return the string where every nth alphabet of the word w is replaced with an underscore. So what you have to do, you have to replace nth alphabet. Nth alphabet, n is one integer. So suppose the value of n is 3. So the third character of this string will be replaced by underscore. For example, if w contains the word television, suppose, and n is 3, so then the function should return the string te, the third character is replaced with underscore, right? This l is replaced with underscore, then ev, then again underscore, then si underscore, and then n. And likewise for the word television, if n is 4, so it is going to replace the fourth character, no problem. So well, this is again a Python code only, and it's easy, okay. So you please check the solution of it. I have used the same example which is given here. You can see the value for this word is given here as television. So I also took television for W, and for N it is what? For N it is 4. So N is equal to 4. Now we have to create a user defined function. User defined function, the name of the function is puzzle. So here with the help of this def keyword, I can create a function puzzle, and you could see we have two parameters here. The first one, W, is of string type, and the N is the integer value. That character, you know, the value आपको जिस character को जिस position से replace करना है, that value we are giving into this n variable, right? And then this s I have taken because the final string will store into this s string variable only. And you please check, as we have to actually extract all the characters. The third character we will replace with underscore, and the rest of the characters will be same only. So I am going to form a new word, right? Form a new word, and that new word I have taken as s. Okay, s is of a string type, so you could see s is equal to single quote. So I have just initialized it with a single quote without any space, so it is empty string. Now for I in range 0, comma length of W, because this length function, you know very well, length is going to find the length of this word. So word is television. So please check it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you will find the length of this W, it will give you 10. In case if the string which you have entered into this variable W is television, right? 10. So no problem. Now 0 to 9, it will work for 0 to 9. So how it is going to work, please check it. See, we are extracting from 0 only. So 0, 1 and the 2. 2 we have to replace with underscore, right? The character at second, you know, index. Then 3, 4 and then 5th will be replaced. But 2 and 5 is, you know, the odd values only. So what I did, I am just finding the multiple of 3. But as we have started from 0, so I increase the value of this I by 1. So you please check it. Please listen to me carefully and try to understand. Suppose the value of I is, we are starting from 0. So obviously it is 0 only. So 0 plus 1 will become 1. So 1 modulus 3 is equal to 0. No. So it will, return the character itself, which is T. Then again, I value will become 1. So I is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So when 2 modulus 3, definitely not. So T, E. Then 3, I value is 2 now, so 2 plus 1 will become 3. So 3 modulus 3 is equal to 0, right? So it will be replaced with underscore, and you have to add the previous string also. So S is equal to, already we have TE inside it, okay? And that will, the third character will be replaced with underscore. So again TELE and then underscore. So like that we will be getting this answer if the value of N is, you know, here I have taken 4, so the fourth character will be replaced, okay? Or you can just change it to 3. Then the third character will be replaced, 3 or 4, anything we can take. So no problem. And the last statement is what I did. I actually called this function puzzle with the both of the parameters, and these two values I have taken as global variables. So obviously when you will call this function, it will take the value of W and N from here, and those values will be passed to this function, and finally you will get the answer. The output will be displayed here, right? So this is the solution for the B part. And then we have the third one. Now we have 22 question. So question number 22 is, write the output to display. Write the output displayed on execution of the following Python code. So please check it properly here. LS is equal to Himalaya, Nilgiri, Alaska, ALPS. This is the list definitely. And the position is 0, 1, 2, 3. D is a blank dictionary, and S is for S in LS. So we are taking all the elements starting from. So the first value of this LS is what? Himalaya. Okay, Himalaya, and now it is finding the length of it. So length of S, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is finding the length. Length is 8. 8 modulus 4 is equals to 0. That's true only. It is equals to 0, right? So what it will do? DS. So DS is what? DS is actually Himalaya. So Himalaya will be, DS is equal to length, and S is, Himalaya. S is Himalaya only. So DS is Himalaya is equal to length of S. S is, length is 8. So actually, you know, in case of, we have a dictionary, in case of dictionary with respect to the key. So key is what? It is Himalaya, right? It is Himalaya. So Himalaya, and the value will be stored 8. So Himalaya 8, Himalaya position 8 value will be stored. So it is going to work for what? For modulus 4. So the next value is Nilgiri, and the length of this Nilgiri is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 modulus 4 is not equals to 0. So this will be rejected. Then next we have Alaska, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 modulus 4 will give you 2. The remainder is not equals to 0. So this will also be rejected. Then ALPS. So 4 characters are there. So length is 4. So we have 4 modulus 4 is equals to 0. So this is true only. So in that case the value is ALPS and the length of is 4. Okay. Now we have another for loop. Print the key and the value. So key is Himalaya and it will be separator, SEP is the separator. So these values will be separated with hash. So we have Himalaya hash 8 and then ALPS hash 4. So that's the correct answer for question number 22. Next is write the Python statement for each of the following tasks using built-in functions methods only. So built-in functions we all know. These are the system defined functions. So if you are clear with the data structure, many of the functions we have covered. To remove the item whose key is Nisha from a dictionary, named students. So name of the dictionary is students only, and we have to remove the element from the key Nisha. Okay, so this is 23A. So we have del function, right? So del and the name of the dictionary is students. So you will write students here. And then in square bracket, you will give the key value, which is Nisha. Okay. So this is for A first part. And now second part. To display the number of occurrences of substring to display the number of occurrences of substring is a string named message. So here we have to check the number of occurrences of a string. Substring is, and the string is message. So we have a function, message dot count function. So count function will help you to find the occurrences of a special word or which is called a substring. So in parenthesis you will give that value. So is. Okay, so this is the correct answer for B, second part of A. Now B part. So a tuple named subject stores the names of different subjects. Write the Python commands to convert the given tuple to a list. So how can we convert a tuple to a list? Suppose this is a tuple, okay? T is equal to 1, 2, 3. These are the values in a tuple. Okay, you have to convert it into a list. Suppose list is L is equal to, there is a list function, okay? And you will write the name of the sequence here. So here we want to convert this tuple into list. So this will be converted into list. And thereafter delete the last element of the list. So how can we delete it? You write list dot pop function. Okay, pop is going to remove the last element. So this is the statement, otherwise list, and you can write -1 also, del function, or it is del and list and -1, the backward indexing will take the last element. So this is also fine, or if you are clear with the pop function, which is by default going to remove the last element. Okay, so now we have 24. It is 24A part. So A is Miss Veda created a table named sports in a MySQL database containing columns, game ID, page and gname. After creating the table, she realized that the attribute category has to be added. Help her to write a command to add the category column. So therefore, write the command to insert the following record. So insertion is afterwards. We have to add also. And here you need to change the table, which is already the existing table. Okay. So for that we have alter command. So alter table and table name. So table name is sports, right? Alter table names sports. And now what you have to do? You have to add a column. So add column. Column name is category, column, and column name is category. If you want to give the data type, varchar, and then the size of it in the brackets, okay? So 15. Now they are asking you to insert also. For insertion of the values, you know very well we have insert command. So insert into table name. Table name is sports. and then we have values, and then in the same sequence you have to give the values. So these 4 values are given here. These all values you please write it down using single quote. Okay, second value, third one, and fourth one. So this is the answer. I hope you understood this one. You should be clear with all the commands, right? So if you are clear with the commands, you just have to apply the correct command with respect to the requirement, with respect to the question. Write the SQL commands to perform the following task. View the list of tables in the table exam. So in the table, in the database exam, view the list of tables in the database exam. Okay. So we have to, if you want, then you can use, use database also you can write, but they are just asking you to list the tables. So we have show tables, right? And use also you can write if you want, use exam. So next is B, view the structure of a table. So term 1 is the name of the table, and you need to view the structure. It is described. So DESC, describe, and then the name of the table structure. So table 1, term 1, right? So this is also done. Now we have 25th question. Predict the output of the following code. This I'll do it here itself. So predict the output of the following code. The code is here. We have def function is there. Def colon is the name of the function. 2 parameters are there. Those 4 parameters are the part of this function colon. And then we have x is equal to 100, y is equal to 200, right? X is equal to 100, y is equal to 200. And then we are calling this function. This is invoke statement. So we have colon x comma y. So you are passing the value of x into this. So b is equal to now 100, right? And then the second value, this a is equal to now 200. Now we have b is equal to b plus a. So 100 plus 200 is equal to 300. Now we have a is equal to b minus a. So b is 300 minus a is 200 is equal to 100. Now we have print b and hash is there and a. Okay, so print statement, you know the display statement which will give the final output, which I am writing it down here. So output is value of b is 300, and then we have hash, and then we have the value of a, which is 100. Okay, so now we have the return b. So this b value will be returned this to this invoking statement. So this x will become what you are returning to this b. So b is 300. So this x is now 300, right? 300, this one. Now again we have a print statement. So we are displaying the value of x. X is now 300. And we have at the rate and the value of y. So this time the y value will be the global variable, right? So the global variable is 200. So here it would be 200. Perfect. Now again we have colon and a single value the function is actually passing. The parameter is 1 only. So one, this positional parameter will work, and another one is the default one will work. So this y value is what? It is 200. So this 200 will pass to this b, 200, and a will be same only. A is 10, right? Now b is equal to b plus a. So 200 plus 10 is equal to 210. And then a is equal to b minus a. So b is now 210 minus a is 10 is equal to 200. So again, first you have to display the value of b. So b is 210. Okay, and then we have hash, and then the value of a, which is 200. And again the value of b we are returning to the calling module, which is also called the invoke statement. So we are returning b. So b is 210. So here we have the value of y is 210. Okay, so y is 210. So again we are displaying the value of x. So x is, again, see the value is updated now for x. It is 300. So we have here 300 and then at the rate and then the value of y. Y is 210. Okay, so this is the final output of this question 25. I hope you understood this one. If you have any doubt, you can comment me so that I can, explain it to you again. So, well, please don't, if you are clear with all the questions, so please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Okay. So thank you so much. Bye.